This episode of Muffed Movies is sponsored by Overcast, an independent podcast app that embraces the open world of podcasting instead of locking it down. No exclusives, no premium content, no paywalls, just a great podcast app for everyone. Get it for free in the App Store. Special thanks to Tori Catherine for their support on Patreon, and to Grant Howitt for editing this episode. Thanks, y'all. We love you. We love you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Muffed Movies. Once again, our special guest is Grant Howitt.
Hello.
And this is... Hello, Grant. This is part 2 of The Matrix. It is a time of confusion for our hero, hacker Neo, Keanu Reeves. He has been courted by a mysterious hacking organization headed by Morpheus. They offer him answers to the question, what is the Matrix? And he has begun his journey into a crazy world. Will he learn what the Matrix is? Or will he be defeated by the computerized agents closing in on his every move? Find out on today's Muffed Movies Matrix Part 2. Smash cut to a dilapidated how would you describe this room? It's like
as a tenement room. I would describe it.
A tenement room, but with like plush chairs as though it was once a place of nobility.
Faded grandeur.
Thank you. Faded grandeur. Yes, this was one of the Chicago lords' estates before the nobility started having to rent out their land to tourists. After the decline of that system in Chicago.
I don't know whether that's real or not.
It isn't real.
Okay.
The U.S. never had lords.
Well, I thought they might have been like crime lords or something. And I was like, what lords of Chicago? Apparently we all got Jersey accents, because Grant can't do a Chicago accent.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that even me, a man who's lived in Chicago for 11 years, has not been doing Chicago accents for his Chicago characters. Okay, it's just more fun.
Is it?
It's more fun to do like a New York guy. Because Chicago's like, hey, over there. Hey.
Yeah, that's no fun, no.
The Bears. We're going to get you there, Neil.
We are in a dilapidated grandeur-y room. There's a high-backed leather armchair. Sitting, not sitting in it, is the form of Lawrence Fishburne, or Morpheus, or Internet Dad as he's known.
This regal beagle is wearing cool, like, comic book clothes and a set of spectacles that have no earpieces.
I killed 8 crocodiles to make this coat, Neo. I did it myself.
Okay, I'm impressed, but Morpheus... Let's stop jerking each other out.
Morpheus is a tiny, barely noticeable fist pump. Yes. You're the Trinity.
The clinically insecure Morpheus points towards a chair. Please take a seat if the chair's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Neo sits down, and a cloud of dust issues from the ancient and dilapidated, gross chair of contemplation.
I have a choice for you, Neo.
Oh, boy. Everybody's always giving me, like, binary choices in this world.
Binary? They both look at the camera. I have 2 pills here. I have a blue pill. If you take the blue pill, you'll fall asleep, and the rest of the movie won't happen. If you take the red pill, then you'll stay in Wonderland and see how deep this rabbit hole goes. Also, about 20 years from now, it's going to be associated with a lot of really problematic stuff.
So
you know, bear that in mind when you make the decision.
It's a real devil's bargain here. All right. I've always been interested in the depth of holes.
I always wanted to be a surveyor.
So, give me the daytime medicine.
Dayquil.
All right, Neo. I hope you've brought a tall glass of water, because this one's going down hard. He presents a small ornate pill box, opens it up. Neo looks at the soft blue pill And then over to the left, he sees the spiky red pill shaped like a Mario turtle shell and about the size of a cat's head. This isn't really
sort of toxin.
This isn't really a pill so much as it is a ball.
Technically, it's the end of a mace.
Jesus Christ.
Neo, nobody said this was going to be easy. I can only show you the door. You must swallow the end of this mace.
Mm-hmm. Neo pulls real hard on his jaw. It distends snake-like. It's a little trick I learned when I was learning the language Python. That's a computer joke.
Oh, I get it. That's very funny. We're all hackers here. We love programming jokes. Hey, Trinity, did you hear? You made a Python joke. Yeah, I heard.
What the fuck is Python? Says Tank as he studies his C++ manual. Because Python didn't come out till later.
Okay.
Computers were still real lame when The Matrix came out.
Whoa. Well, they're about to get a lot less lame as they're going to do a cool hacking scene.
Yeah. Trinity rubs Neo's throat like a horse taking its medicine.
Neo stomps his foot a few times.
I don't feel any different. I don't feel any different either, says Neo from a splintered mirror right next to him. What? Whoa. The mirror is just vaguely out of sync with his movements.
Everyone around him they've hot glued together a bunch of 56k modems. One of them is juggling floppy disks and throwing them at a rotary phone. There is an old punch card computer is going at twice the speed of sound in the corner. Neo reaches forward and touches the mirror.
You feeling it? Says Morpheus, who's also touching a small hand mirror of his own.
Just mashing his palm into a mirror.
That's good shit. It feels like the mirror isn't there. Neo withdraws his fingers. Uh-oh. If it's wet and it's not yours, don't touch it. He remembers his university RA once told him. And suddenly, the slithery computer graphics of Terminator 2 covers up his entire arm.
Oh, he's got a mirror all over him.
Oh, it's a bit colder than I'd prefer. The cold mirror goo begins to creep and crawl all over him, Venom style.
Tank is looking for the place where he is. But that doesn't make any sense because he's here. But is he?
How can that be? Is Tank in this scene?
No.
Like physically? Okay.
No, he's not. No. It's the other guy.
APOC.
It's APOC, my apologies.
We just hear the swiveling sound of a giant metal rubbing against metal as the Tank wonders if Neo's going to come across from the other side. Suddenly, Neo screams, "We got him! We got his signal!" Someone says, and the camera follows Neo's mouth, conveniently distended so we can fit an entire movie camera down there. And his scream turns into the digital static of a modem?
The plot thickens.
Yeah, sounds like Dad picked up the phone while I was trying to play Doom 2 with my friend.
Ugh, Dad.
God damn it. I just got a BFG as well.
Modem cut. 2. A big groupie sphere. Fully nude and fully hairless Keanu Reeves, in one of the least erotic nude presentations of the human body there's been, writhes around inside a big gummy sack.
Oh, gross. He pushes and penetrates through the filthy pink membrane that has been preserving him like the interior of a gel cap pill. Has he become the red pill? Suddenly, he looks around and sees that he's entirely hairless and shriveled. He has tubes, biomechanical things coming out of his orifices. He is awoken to find himself in a Marilyn Manson concept art album cover.
Hello, do you like what I did with the place? It's me, H.R. Geiger. I built some towers and put humans in them in big, sticky wombs.
Geiger stands in front of Neo on his green goblin glider. Neo takes a swipe at the man, but his hand is pulled back hard by the biomechanical wires that tether him into his gross bathtub. Neo pulls off his Bane mask, and with it is about 3 feet of toilet snake. and
some bunting, some handkerchiefs, a rabbit.
He gives it a proper retch. And suddenly he can breathe with his lungs for the first time. Giger, what have you done to me?
I am rescuing you, my boy. Now I'm going to put you in a big tunnel. Let me rip that thing out the back of your head first. Oh, there we go. Now we go into a tunnel for some more birth imagery. It's delicious.
With explosive poppingness, all the cables just like reject Neo. They swipe left on him. Is that the rejection one?
I haven't a clue. I'm married.
Neo flows down a disgusting sewage esophagus, and he splats into the fetid waters of future Ganges. You know, I feel bad making fun of the Ganges River, but
it's not clean, I guess.
Yeah, I was just learning about it last night. There's like bodies that float in it.
It's super not great for a lot of reasons, but you know, different strokes.
But it's also like a holy thing, so I guess it's like if I made fun of the Vatican for being opulent. It's like that's a bad thing about it, but it's true.
Yeah, there we go. Fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. We're cool. We covered our ass. Thank God we're still woke. On the subject of being woke, Neo.
Seamless.
Upstairs in the Nebuchadnezzar, Morpheus is using one of those crane lever games to try and pick up Neo.
We got this technology from a Japanese pachinko parlor. It's the closest thing we have to life-preserver technology in the future.
It only takes him 4 goes.
Fortunately, he had one final coin, and he did it on that attempt.
He pulls up Neo from the soupy river.
I mean, honestly, if Neo like never used his muscles and his skin is just barely hanging on, using like an industrial crane claw to pull him up, that seems really dangerous.
Because the way it's shot, that goes right between his legs and covers his butt, which means he's going to do a lot of damage to his testicles.
I mean, he won't be needing them.
Why do my testicles hurt? You've never used them before. Also, we crushed the fuck out of them with a crane.
Not much different from his days at the office. It's a good thing he has training in that.
He is wrapped in a blanket, and he is now aboard the Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, what a great name for a popular movie futuristic ship. The Nebuchadnezzar. Smash cut into the sick bay. Oh, dick bay! into the sick bay of the Nebuchadnezzar. The Nebuchadnezzar is the futuristic hovercraft piloted by the crew of Lawrence Fishburne, a.k.a. Morpheus. What do we call this general band of rebels? Are they pirates?
Yeah, they're cyber pirates.
Cyber pirates?
They're digital pirates from a future era.
Okay. But they don't have like a proper...
Broadband
name.
Buccaneers. No, they don't, no. I think they're just the crew of the Nebuchadnezzar. Maybe just the crew. Call them the crew.
The crew.
The boys.
The solid gold crew. The boys.
The boys. Hey, boys, get in here. That's...
Except there are women.
Mm-hmm. So,
and
hey, boys.
They're all adults.
And girls. And I think one of you might be non-binary. Get in here.
Who is... yeah, Cypher.
It's me. The guy. That's me, Nebuchadnezzar.
The talking ship.
Hello. Listen, I'm going to say nothing else for the rest of the film, because it might get confusing. But just know, I love you.
You know, it's weird that we're fighting against these artificially intelligent machines in this post-apocalyptic hellscape, but we still drive around inside one and trust our lives to it.
Well, I'm just a guy in a box.
What?
I ain't a computer. I just switch the lights on and off inside.
Son of a...
Anyway,
Neo is like, just like worming around on this table.
Greasing his way. He's like
AF.
He's like a pile of oiled worms.
Oh, gross.
We see several shots, several cuts ahead as they slowly regrow his muscles with some sort of crazy acupuncture.
Yeah, acupuncture and some of the, needles have electrical wires on them.
They electrocute him better.
Do you think it's Prince Shizor's muscle stimulation
I think
machine?
that's the only thing it can be, Mark. Prince Shizor is there in the background. Oh, be sure to give it back to me when you're done. I need to squirt pheromones over there.
Jesus.
I'm hot and ready for action.
Neo opens his eyes, his beautiful blue eyes. Wait, they're brown. Opens his beautiful brown eyes. Why do my eyes hurt, Morpheus?
Because I've been poking you in them for quite a while now.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing to do on this ship.
I thought it might have been because I'd never used them before.
No?
Nope. Actually, when you're in a coma, rapid eye movement is pretty much the only activity you get.
Thanks, Mark. Listen, sleep. Sleep
It's
now.
me, Mark, the extra crew member.
Sleep now, Neo. You have to conserve your strength for the upcoming trials.
Neo passes out from the slight increase in heart rate at the thought of trials. His dream mind goes to motorcycle video game time trials. Neo wakes up. He's good. I'm good again.
I'm good now. I can move around and shit.
He fingers the port on the base of his skull. Ew.
Morpheus barges in. Are you fingering your port?
No. Neo puts on a nun's habit. Everything's fine.
Not in my good Christian spaceship.
That's right. I'm the Nebuchadnezzar. Mark grabs Neo's hand and gently escorts him off of the gurney. Come on, Neo. Come on. It's time to take your first steps and walk onto the bridge of the ship. We're going to give you a little tour. You know, I used to be a tour guide at the Museum of Science and Industry. I'm Mark.
It's really nice to meet you, Mark. Are there any products available in the gift shop that I might want to purchase?
Oh, when you're ready, you won't need to. They enter the bridge of the Nebuchadnezzar. God, I hate that word. I hate that they call it the Nebuchadnezzar.
Let's call it something else.
The
Ice cream
Bon
social. The Bon Voyage.
Disco Volante.
The Disco Volante.
Yeah, that's
Cool,
the boat in a James Bond movie.
Cool, then it is a Disco Volante.
Nice. I like muffing movies.
It's nice, isn't it? You can just change stuff. If you don't like it, it's fun. Listen, Neo. The world you believe is real is not real. It's fake, made up, hooey. It is an illusion pulled over your eyes by the machines.
Morpheus slowly dims the gas light that he has very close to Neo's eyes.
He pulls it under his face. It's really spooky.
Okay, I guess I'll believe you. Because, I mean, this wouldn't just be an elaborate prank pulled on him.
Elaborate plank. Morpheus slaps him hard. Don't you dare believe me. I have to show you what it is. Come with me into the Matrix. Well, not the Matrix, but something. Listen, sit down in this big chair. We'll put a big kettle plug in the back of your neck.
All right. The dentist lowers the reclining chair. Now that you're going to feel a little sting in the base of your skull. And he plugs Neo's head port in with a biomechanical insertion. Neo grits his teeth and eyes and is suddenly whisked away to White World.
With Lawrence Fishburne.
Hosted by Lawrence Fishburne.
Sit down.
Where am I? Where am I? Why is this a soundstage?
You're in a sort of loading screen. It's perfectly white. We have some chairs that are here now. Please sit down on this chair that isn't real.
Whoa. Neo sits down on the chair, which is so nice. It's unreal.
Listen, we did some really fucked up shit to the robots a long time ago. About 100 years ago. You think it's the year 1999? In fact, it's closer to 2199. Is that 100 years? Yes. I don't. No, Neil, you have to calm down. It's going to get much more shocking. Save some of your drink to spit out later. We did some fucked up shit to the robots. Things got real heavy. And we thought...
Flashback. To Human Robot University. We see the head student of the robot class showing up to its professor with its master's thesis curled in its proud hands. The professor gives it a cursory glance. I find it derivative. F-. No. The robot.
Fuck you, nerd!
The robot valedictorian runs out of the room.
Crying in binary.
2 weeks later, they find the robot valedictorian hanging from a robot noose in its own dorm room.
Oh no.
I guess we did some really fucked up shit to that guy.
Forward flash. Forward cut. Forward smash. Fuck. I'm sorry. I was trying to reverse out that flashback and I got stuck. I'm really sorry.
Control Z.
Control. As I said, we did some really fucked up shit to the robots, and we thought it'd be a good idea to just turn off the sun.
Okay.
Because not that we rely on that or anything.
Yeah, were there any scientists at this time in human history?
All the scientists had been eaten by robots.
Of course.
Yeah. And the robots decided what they do is use us as batteries to power their big metal legs.
Okay, wait. The humans, the robots use human beings as batteries.
Yeah. Really energy inefficient humans.
Yeah. Because humans got to eat, they got to drink. There's all sorts of stuff that goes into keeping a human alive.
Listen, I'm going to blow your mind, Neo. In an earlier draft of the script, they were powering the computer simulation, but that was deemed too complex for the plot.
Yeah, that's fair. What about electric eels? I mean, those are animals that generate...
The Matrix would be a much less exciting film if it starred electric eels.
What if Neo was an electric eel?
You are the one, Neo. You were a big eel who can do an electric.
I want to kickstart the eel Matrix.
I think it's just you who wants to see that. Like, I worry about a lot of the action scenes, a lot of the hacking scenes. I'm going to say that almost every scene in The Matrix involves either arms or legs.
All right.
You know?
Well, I would capture the popular Cockney demographic that's into, like,
jelly
eel cuisine.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
That's traditional.
We turn
Eels.
you. We turn you. They turn you. No, wait, we didn't do it. I'm not a machine.
Morpheus quickly pulls a curtain over human battery experimentation.
And pushes his face back on a little bit. I have seen them. Huge orchards of big sticky wombs where humans are not born. I sound a lot like Agent Smith, I'm realizing now.
I mean...
Where humans are not born, they're grown.
Whoa. Neo has a short visual flashback to the beautiful orchards, the vineyard of humanity. He sees an Italian grandfather walking his tiny child through the orchard.
The humans are very good this year. Very strong crop. I'm going to make some human oil.
Someday, Giuseppe Bott, all of these will be yours. Neo shakes it off and tunes back into what Morpheus was saying. Anyway, that's the absolute way you can destroy one of the robots, so I'm not going to say it again. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yes.
I believe I was about to be sick.
You going to get sick? All right, hold on. I'm going to pull you out of the loading program, because if you barf in the Matrix, then, like, the whole thing gets messed up.
We got to get a pipe cleaner in there. It's gross.
We got to get some of that canned air and just, like, push it.
Yeah. And you'll be doing it, Neo. I'm not going to do it. You're sick.
So Neo stumbles out of the dentist chair. Cypher looks at him judgmentally. He's gonna pop. And Neo,
What a loser.
Neo throws out whatever it is that he's been eating inside that cyber womb.
Porridge.
And as all good storytelling must include, he passes out as a way to end the scene. Mm-hmm. Pass cut.
Wake cut.
Ah!
Neo awakes.
I feel like I've been beaten with a pipe.
I'm sorry, I got bored while you were unconscious.
You poke my eyes, you beat me with a pipe? Jesus Christ.
There's nothing to do here. Listen.
So I obviously I'm sick. I threw up. My muscles have just regrown. I was hoping I could have a few weeks off to just like chill, rest my mind. This has been a real mind bender. Just kind of get my bearings. What?
No, the rest of the events are going to take place over about 2.5 days.
What?
Yeah.
Morpheus grabs Neo by the ear and pulls him into the core. The core is a place where they get into chairs and go into the Matrix or go into computer programs.
Neo? Neo.
Yeah.
I have a belief of a sort of deus ex machina. I founded my entire character and also my life around the fact that one day I will meet an attractive young man who will save the world.
Okay.
And you're him.
Interesting.
You're the
What?
one. Yeah, you're the one, Neo. Now, admittedly, the first 5 times I found the one, I was wrong. And they died. But I've got a really good feeling about you, Neo.
Neo tries to maintain a civil facial appearance, but inside he is screaming. He tries to back up, but recognizes, I've already sat down in one of those stupid dentist chairs.
He gets jacked in.
Ooh, lordy. Look who's 40.
Friendly operator Tank is there.
The tank.
The
sits
tank!
At the steering wheel of the Disco Volante. It swivels its turret around. You guys ready to go into the Matrix? It's a tank, get it?
Yeah, I get it. It's very funny.
Thank you.
You are going to need to learn all sorts of things first. There's some sort of programming in here, but that's really boring. So instead, you're going to learn how to do all the punching.
If the Matrix is a computer program, shouldn't I learn about the, system, the operating system, and the language that it's written in?
No, it's more of a nebulous Zen concept, and there's a lot of punching. But no, we don't really explore the operating system at all.
Not really in my wheelhouse. I mean, I'm more of a hacker, but okay, if you want to show me how to beat up a guy, I guess.
It's cool. Now, I'm going to show you.
Don't you want to be cool?
Don't you want to be cool? Now I'm going to teach you how to smoke cigarettes the right way round and wear a cool leather jacket.
The tank taps a tiny cigarette down the barrel of it. Of its turret. It has a coat hanger that it waves around. It moves its tread very subtly, and the coat hanger acts like an ad hoc prosthetic arm. That's smooth.
The Neo has kung fu injected into the back of his head.
Ooh, that's cold.
Like jam in a donut.
Jam in a donut, jam in a donut. Suddenly, Queen's having a good time comes on. Don't Stop Me Now comes on. And we see a montage of Neo learning every conceivable way to hurt another human being physically. Tank is just roaring with laughter.
He's got Krav Maga, hammer murder, Jackie Chan ladder fighting, guns, pushing someone down a flight of stairs, wrapping them up in duct tape and hiding them in a bin. All the classic martial arts. Sorry?
Circus murder.
Circus. Tigers.
Scorpion cocktails.
Scorpion cocks.
Drink up. There's a scorpion in there. Ah! Neo wins again.
My one weakness, swallowing scorpions.
Says Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. Neo levels up, and sweat just pours off of his twitchy body. Morpheus taps Tank on its on the side of its metallic body. How's he doing?
He's doing. I forget what Tank's voice was. Was it like this?
It was a bit sillier.
Just very. Oh, it's sort of like this, was it?
Doof it up a bit.
Oh, hello, I'm the Tank. Oh, he's doing really good. He's a machine. He's been in there for 10 hours straight. Also, I am a machine, but for different reasons. Now,
And you've also been here for 10 hours straight.
yeah, but I've been sitting down. Well, I can't sit. Point is, do you want to go and punch him in his imagination?
I've been wanting to punch him in his imagination all day long. Morpheus cracks his knuckles. Smash cut. We are in a authentic dojo somewhere in Asia. It's like got all the prerequisite music and mats on the floor and bamboo and
They're in pajamas. There's some swords in the background.
Yeah, there are swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't learn swords yet.
Does
Everything but swords.
I forget. Did Neo do swords in the sequels?
Yeah, he does axes in the second films.
Okay.
He does. He uses an axe. He kills a vampire with an axe.
Ugh.
It's really sad.
How incorrect.
Neo. Neo.
Neo and Morpheus are suddenly standing face to face, squared off, wearing their karate gi.
It's
Neo
it's time
deep.
to do a
Okay.
big punch. I
What?
want you to do a big punch right on my face. Are you ready, Neo?
Really?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we be training against robots?
No. Slap me right again. I can't. It's not about the robots. It's about kung fu. When you learn kung fu, then you can defeat a robot.
Really?
Apparently.
All
Now,
right.
hit me real hard and call me a bitch.
Neo gives Morpheus a real half-hearted slap to the cheek. Huh? Pretty good, right?
I didn't. Harder.
Oh, God. Neo looks around, hoping that someone is watching him, an adult perhaps, and they can intervene.
I had them turn the cameras off. It's okay. Don't worry.
The only way out is through, Neo, says Tank. God damn it. Grant, what happens in this fight?
Oh, it's such a big fight. Oh, they're doing lots of slaps. Neo is he gets his hands and he goes like, "What's that?" And Morpheus is like, "Yeah," and does that cool thing with his hand where he's like, "Come on, motherfucker!" And they do a lot of punches. But Neo does a lot of kicks. But he's not good enough to hit Morpheus. And Morpheus is all like moving out the way and shit. And then he's like, "Stop trying to hit me and hit me." And Neo gets really, really angry and then nearly punches Morpheo, which is Morpheo. Who is a third character?
It's me, Morpheo.
The fusion of Neo and Morpheus.
He's just doing wire work all over the place, dodging Neo's attacks. You never hit me.
He nearly hits Morpheus, which is good enough. Everyone's very excited by this. Mouse, especially, is super boned about it.
That's right. There's a skinny young thing named Mouse.
Yeah. What's his voice like?
Hi, my name is Mouse. Hi. When I grow up, I'm going to be just like Neo.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair that everybody's got cool names except for like the little guy, and he's called Mouse.
Well, I mean, he used a mouse on a computer. So there's that. He could have been
Wait,
called Keyboard.
He's a mouse on... Oh, I see. I always thought it was the animal.
It's probably both. It's like play on words, isn't it?
Yeah,
What
he
they-
should be
what they call
webcam.
it. Or gerbil.
Dongle.
Yeah, dongle. Dongle. His ratings are off the charts.
Pop screen for podcast.
Smash cut. 2.
That's a good name, too.
Rooftop.
Oh,
Everyone-
bzz.
There's a whole lot of cool noises and some camera zooming as we see Morpheus and Neo on top of a big rooftop.
Yeah, they are in the Jump program. Everybody, all the Digipirate cyber crew is so excited. They're just plugged into their PSVRs, like watching as closely as they can.
There are two means of watching things in the Matrix. One is a screen with a refresh rate of about 1.5 seconds. And two, some nonsense green text. And those are the two ways. And they can see those things. They're like, oh, wow, it's so amazing. And it might as well be written on the fucking fortune cracker. Fortune cookie? That's what it's called, a fortune cookie.
Do they call it fortune cracker in England?
No, they don't. But I like it. It's kind of cool.
A fortune cracker sounds healthier.
It sounds a bit like a Victorian hustler.
Neo, put down that fortune cracker and look at me. What you see before you is just the beautiful physique of a cyber mage. But recognize that all of this is make-believe. Now I want you to do a big X-Men the movie style jump from this rooftop all the way to that one in the next county. Just like this. Here we go. Woo! Morpheus taps a secret button on the side of his boot and spring heel jacks all the way across to the next rooftop. See? Pretty easy. He dusts off his hands.
Whoa. Neo gets ready, walks backwards to the very edge of the rooftop and does a huge run up. He runs as fast as he can and leaps out. As he falls down.
Oh no, the Unreal Physics engine kicks in.
Oh no, he falls down. Luckily, the pavement is made of a sort of elastic.
Oh.
So he goes in and then springs back up and then falls down again, enough to hurt him, which seems like a real dick move.
Yeah, he he doesn't get killed by the pavement the first time, but the second time he definitely falls from about 6 feet straight onto his face.
It seems a weird safety measure to implement.
Yeah, it's like they need you not to die, but they also need to hurt you. So your fear is reinforced?
We've put this safety railing up, but it is so hot that it will hurt to touch.
Yeah. Do you think that's true for the entire Matrix? That all the people in the world who have fallen to their deaths in the Matrix, like at first they sponge into the trampoline ground, and then it launches them like 20 feet up, and then they fall to their death from that shorter height?
Suicides are hilarious in the Matrix.
They're like, what? Oh, I guess I'm crack.
More smash cut to inside the Gypsy Fandango. What the fuck was the name of the ship?
The Disco Volante.
The Disco Volante. Neo comes out of the jump program, and his mouth is bleeding real human blood.
Whoa. Somehow his molars got injured in the process. I guess he's bleeding internally, right?
He gets injured in the Matrix, and his mind makes it real. So I've got to presume he just bit his tongue. I don't know what else he can do to make it real.
Freddy Krueger gives Neo a little bit of medical instruction about how his mind can create real bullet wounds in his body. So be careful. Suddenly, Dozer wheels in, ripping through a wall with his big shovel front. Hey guys, we got an approaching Squiddy. What? Hey, Trinity, real quick. Neo tugs on Trinity's peasant garb. What's a Squiddy?
It's like a big robot that comes inside hovercrafts and kills them.
I heard that was just a fairy tale made up by parents to get kids to go to sleep on board hovercrafts.
No, Neo, they're real, and they're more terrifying than you can imagine. Outside, we see a big Squiddy.
Oh, that's a big Squiddy it is.
Oh, that's a big Oh. The Squiddy looks like a tennis ball with a load of string attached on it, but it's from the future, and it's very big.
Future Steve Irwin is just like hugging onto one of its tentacles, like, "Oh, it's just a big cuddly squiddy, isn't it?"
The Nebuchadnezzar turn off all their lights and pretend they're not in.
"Oh, I remember doing this when I was an introverted computer man," Neo says. He's used to... oh, shit. "So we get it?" says Dozer.
Can we talk to you about the Church of Robot Christ?
"Oh, hey guys, it's just, an evangelist from the Robot Christ," Mark says as he approaches the Nebuchadnezzar's front door. Do.
No, don't open it, Mark! Mark throws open the front door and is eviscerated by upwards of 30 tentacles.
Oh my god! I can't believe I was woken up from the Matrix just to die like this.
It's so sad every time we lose a hacker.
The squiddy is sated and takes its sacrifice back to Cyber Cthulhu. Whoa, that was close.
We already lost one non-essential member.
Freddy Krueger wipes sweat from his brow. I'm glad they didn't get me or the dentist. Smash cut. To the bridge of the Nebuchadnezzar.
Night. It's always night, but it's more so night.
It's like Alaska night, when
Double
Alaska's
night.
doing the 30 Days of Dark situation.
Cypher is there, drinking away from a big metal cup.
Yeah, how irresponsible. He's supposed to be piloting this hovercraft in dangerous waters. And he's like,
hey, Neo, you want some of my homemade hooch? I made it out of rats and ass.
Well, as we established earlier, I was never a huge drinker, and my body has been through a lot of really really ordeals lately.
Yeah,
but,
this is poison.
Gah! Neo spits the liquid out of his mouth, and it disintegrates a keyboard that it lands on.
Pure alien blood.
Jeez, oh man. So, kid, you see these green letters? I don't even look at them anymore. I just,
You should look at them.
I see blonde babe. I see brunette babe. Basically, I'm a real incel. Yeah, that's not a thing yet, but I'm gonna start it.
Wow, you're a real piece of shit.
Yeah, I guess you could call me that. When Morpheus recruited me for this little project, I was a hacker like you, but I was more of a cyber bully, kind of a troll type guy. He thought maybe we could bully the robots into acquiescing.
And he decided the kung fu was better. I still like my way. Calling them cucks, that sort of thing. Saying they got no imagination. It's funny. Listen, I regret waking up. It was bad for me. Now, all I got is this shitty booze made out of old rats and butts, and I can't look at normal porno on the computer anymore. All I can do is look at the little green letter porno, which is really hard to jack off to.
Yeah, I can imagine. Anyway, I guess I'm the one? You know?
I don't know, kid. I don't know, kid.
What do you mean you don't know I'm the one? Morpheus said I'm the one.
Hey, there's also been 5 ones before you, so I guess you're the 6th.
Oh, jeez.
Listen,
You really kind of put some insecurities in my head.
I'm just looking out for you, kid. Listen,
Yeah.
even if you think you're the one, if you see an agent, you run away. You get in the car, you get on the train, you get in the bus, you get the fuck out of there.
Just run away.
Yeah.
Like you
don't
guys
stick
do.
around. Yeah. It's working fine for us so far.
Don't alter the strategy of losing humanity.
Not at all.
All right. Thanks, bro.
I have to go to the bathroom.
So Cypher turns and walks 3 feet and jacks into the Matrix in front of Neo.
Whoa.
But to his credit, we do see his pants darken with urine.
Well, that's real commitment to the bit. Smash cut to a fancy restaurant in the Matrix.
What a beautiful Chicago steakhouse. We see Cypher dressed up in his finest dining attire. A little bib that says...
Hungy boy.
That's much better than mine. That says Hungy Boy. Hangs from his neck. And he he slurps the sweet, buttery meat out of a lobster tail.
Whatever the verb is from cunnilingus, he does that to the lobster tail. He cunnilings out that sweet white meat.
Oh, boy.
We see across from him is Agent Smith.
Oh, my
The
God.
Agent Smith from before.
What a blind date.
So you agree to really screw over all your friends then, Mr. Cypher?
Cypher looks wistfully into his glass of wine. He swirls it contemplatively. You know, I know inside my coward's heart that this sweet ocean bug that I'm consuming is nothing but a bunch of binary ones and zeros, and that you yourself are nothing more than one of Satan's illusions. But frankly,
we picked the most religious member of the team.
if this is all fake and a dream, I don't want to wake up. We hear harp music play and see Cypher reach across the table with a buttery hand and shake Agent Smith's stiff, cold hand.
He with that same buttery hand, he pushes 3 cigars into his mouth and lights them all. So you'll give us the access codes then, Mr. Cypher.
Oh, Cypher spits out all 3 cigars straight into a tray that's being carried to another table. 1 cigar lands in each bowl of soup. I say.
Ah, jeez, my bisque!
Look. Now, I'm a real rat, okay? But I'm not that well connected. So I can't get you the access codes to the big door lock of Zion, humanity's last city. But I can get you Morpheus, who's kind of like a father figure to me. And then maybe you could just jackhammer his brain until he gives you the codes.
Sounds good to me, Mr. Cypher. Let's shake on it again.
Okay.
They shake on it. Oh, you got me.
Smash cut. Grant,
Yeah?
we're in the real Matrix now.
Oh, we've gone back to the Matrix. We're here in Act 2.
Wait, did we somehow skip the woman in the red dress?
Yeah, we did, yeah. But we'd already been established that agents could change into people.
Yeah, and it's fine. That is just an expository scene. Mm-hmm. Do you know what expository means, Grant?
It's a sex-pository scene.
You're so sex-positive.
Thank you.
Right. Oh my God, we're in the real Matrix, and the way you can tell is everything is kind of like a color-adjusted urine-y yellow.
And everyone's not wearing medieval peasant garb.
Oh, that's true. Since they are rogue humans walking around in a nightmare version of reality, they gotta blend in. So they're wearing their coolest, we're members of an electronica band performance gear.
They are going to meet the Oracle.
Ah, yes. And they do.
Yeah, and they do, and it's great. Smash cut to the Oracle's apartment.
Boo, whoop. The Oracle's apartment. What a shattering of expectations. Morpheus stands outside the door. Neo walks in, and it's like some kindly old lady's home for gifted children.
There's a bunch of freaks hanging around, making blocks hover in midair. One of them's electrocuting a dog. And there's a child in robes at the back.
This is young Andy from Headspace before he grows up and invents the Headspace app. He's like, hi, no, there is no spoon.
No, it's not about bending the spoon. The important thing is to push it real hard with your hand so it breaks.
You've stolen my technique, says a charlatan from the 1800s.
It's time to go inside and meet the Oracle.
Neo pushes down the child, tramples over him, and opens up the door to the kitchen, which is weird that the kitchen has a door. I don't know. For most of my life, kitchens have had just open access to a living room or a dining room.
Well, it's also a private Oracle chamber, so she needs to have privacy in there. So she had the door put on.
That's true.
By one of her gifted students. He bent it onto the hole, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. And he knows Latin, so he inscribed some crazy Latin shit above the door.
She is a kindly old lady.
Oh, hello. Is it Morpheus?
No, I'm Neo.
She pulls her be-chained spectacles off of her ample grandmotherly bosom.
Oh, the one. We've got another one,
She says into the camera.
Now, hold on. I just need to take this plate of nice and unassuming cookies out of the old oven. It's a gas oven, and I inhale too much gas and you can start to have hallucinatory visions, like the Oracle of Delphi. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about my legitimate gift to see the future. Wink. What is it you want to know there, you handsome young man?
I was just told that you'd tell me something really vague but important. But also, nondescript. Is there anything you have to say which might maybe shatter my dreams?
Keep your feet dry. Don't forget to change the socks.
Okay.
Wait, that's Vietnam War era, Neo. Let me think. Okay, let's see here. Hey, look over there.
Huh?
Neo looks, and his face smashes into a vase. As he
why would
removes,
you put it so high up?
As he removes shards of ceramic from his cheek, she goes, "Now the real mindfuck will be, would you have done that if I didn't say look over there?"
No, I don't think so. Anyway, please tell me the vague thing. My face hurts.
All right, look, there's gonna come a time when you're gonna have to choose between your life or the life of Morpheus.
Okay. Am I the one?
"Do you feel like the one?" she says real sassily with an arm on her hip.
Well, I feel it in my balls, but not all the way to my bones.
Follow your balls. You're gonna wind up in some interesting places. Here, you're not the one. I can see it in your face. Here's a cookie, and by the time you're done eating this cookie, you'll feel right as rain.
Okay, must be a pretty good cookie because you just shattered my dreams. And Morpheus' dreams.
Oh, wait, don't tell Morpheus, okay?
Neo storms out. The door to the apartment opens, and a small psychic child is punted out into the hallway.
Get out of my way.
Neo.
My knees!
I knew that the Oracle would have interesting news for you, but
Yeah,
you shouldn't tell me.
But I really want to. I feel it could be relevant.
Maybe just tell me the beginning, just a little bit, and then I'll figure out the rest.
She said I was not. Oh, we'll leave it there. Little teaser.
This is hard. This is a real Gordian knot. Okay.
Anyway, let's go home. I'm pooped.
Yeah. Zoom out. We see back in the real world, Neo plugged into the chair is pooping himself. Fade cut into an old building. All of our cyber friends, dressed up in their cool club clothes, are ascending the stairwell with Neo in the rear. Neo looks over his shoulder and sees a cute little kitty. It meows at him. Oh, I haven't seen a cat that we didn't eat in months. He looks back at
The cat waggles its butt deliciously.
He looks up the stairwell and, "Hey guys, have you ever..." He looks back to the cat, and it's like the film has just replayed itself. The cat is 2 paces back from where it was, and it's walking in the exact same fashion as it was. Meow. What?
Whoa, deja vu.
No one speaks French,
Hey, what's that you say, Neo?
says Mouse.
It's the sensation of having seen something previously, but you haven't actually seen it. Or in this case, it's seeing exactly the same thing twice in a row.
Oh my god, Trinity says in slow motion. Everybody on the stairwell grabs the shoulder of their partner behind them and races violently up. We gotta move! All of them just like jump straight at the old-fashioned rotary telephone hooked into a, what's the name of the... Who's the director who did Hellboy?
Guillermo del Toro.
Thank you. Everyone just
Directly
like,
into Guillermo del Toro. Oh, please no.
all of them jump onto the Guillermo del Toro style machine hooked onto the rotary phone. Me first. They're all
no.
squabbling.
Someone's cut Guillermo del Toro's wires.
Oh! He bleeds out.
I cannot help you. I'm very sorry. And
Boy,
now
this is...
I die.
Well, at least we'll always have the window that we can escape through.
says Mouse. He draws the curtain, and the window has been bricked up.
Oh no.
Neo Wikipedia's deja vu, and it says in the Matrix, a deja vu means the system has changed something about the level that you're on.
It's a setup.
Oh no.
Armed guards rush through the door where Mouse is, and he pulls out two big street sweeper shotgun looking things with big sort of rotary clips that go up. He shoots precisely fucking no one as he dies.
Yeah, he gets Scarfaced in a big bad way. Mouse looks around for some support, but all of his buddies have just fled the fuck out of there.
Just they've ridden Guillermo del Toro's corpse down the stairs.
Doof, 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 doof. The corpse disintegrates as they reach a lower level. Everybody, quick, get into the bathroom, says Morpheus.
Now, slap me real hard and call me a bitch.
Oh, boy. Trinity punches through the wall, and they realize they can use the cockroach strategy to, like, grossly slide through the dilapidated walls.
Go down the wet wall.
Ugh.
That's what
Yeah.
they call it.
Yeah, they do. And they're
They
just
Sam Fisher their way down.
they're just like they're having a disgusting old time. When suddenly Morpheus stops. He sniffs the air. Do you guys smell that? Smells like Agent. Uh-oh. Agent Smith's rough, manful hands pulverize through the wet wall and pull Morpheus bodily through into another bathroom.
Oh, a different bathroom below the original one.
Who would have thought?
We have to save Morpheus. No, go! Get Neo out of here. It's the only thing that matters.
Says Morpheus. And does like some really heavy fighting. Compared to the kung fu from earlier, it's like Morpheus hasn't heard of elbows, and he swings around like a scarecrow, pushing Agent Smith into stuff. Agent Smith gives him what for and breaks a toilet and a sink with his face.
Yeah, oof.
Oof, humiliating.
That would be game over for me. I got a glass jaw.
And a glass toilet,
Well, yeah.
so you can see. The hackers tumble down the wet wall and smash into the basement, where they fight off a
Nerds who are playing
nerds.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey! You knocked over my spider. I was gonna roll a d20 to hit.
That's what we say, us role players.
Wait a minute, these nerds will know how to get away from bullies. Of course we do. The nerds open up a secret passage,
Use our cowardice hatch.
and the heroes escape through a tiny, being John Malkovich-like hole in the wall.
Police arrive and beat Morpheus with big sticks and drag him off.
Cypher says, "Go, you guys, go through the little Narnia hole. I'll stay behind and fight him off with these role players." In a strangely brave move for Cypher,
I ready my broadsword.
they all pull out giant foam LARP weapons. And
One of them throws beanbags at a police officer and is shot.
they give the cops what for. Our heroes scramble out onto the very Los Angeles-looking streets of Chicago, and our heroes run from a building to another building where the phone
It's so
is ringing.
exciting. Another fucking old building with a phone in it.
That's right. The phone is ringing, and our heroes all look around at each other, wondering, is it polite to go first? They don't want to stand on ceremony, but, you know.
Meanwhile, Cypher calls and gets in first.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a car crash, and now please let me in.
Cypher wakes up on the core of the Nebuchadnezzar. He looks over at Dozer and Tank, who are totally rapt, looking into their computer screens. Hey, you guys. Have I ever told you that you both got I'm trying to like make a lightning joke.
Go on. Zeus to see ya. Go on.
Hey, have I ever told you guys that I find you really wise? I learned a lot from you. In fact, Cypher pulls out a crazy-looking ray gun. I find you enlightening.
He shoots Tank in the tummy. And Tank gets blown back into the wall, and a load of pipes, which are presumably important, break.
Oh, no. The import pipes. Yeah, Tank, being an actual tank, does an R2-D2, and animated lightning scores all over his body. He goes... and goes dark.
Dozer.
Being an actual dozer.
Rotates on a sixpence, because he just rotates his tracks, and says, no, and inches painfully slowly towards Cypher. What comes next you might find quite shocking, he says, and shoots Dozer with the big laser gun, the big electric gun. He properly cooks Dozer, and all of Dozer's exterior panels are smoking and sputtering. It seems like Cypher is in control of the bridge of the Polaris Manchego.
The Orville. Yeah. The phone rings, and he picks it up, but he doesn't hit the pull friend back into reality button. Hello, this is Cypher. You're on.
Cypher, what are you doing?
I think that Morpheus and his whole philosophy was a bit off. We could be back in the Matrix having a good time eating cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory.
Going on water slides.
Going on to open house day at the animal shelter and just petting all the cats.
Huffing a load of nitrous oxide out of a balloon.
But he chose to open up our eyes and pull us into this hellscape, which he calls reality. But, frankly, I think the Matrix is more real. For example, all I have to do on my end is pour this RC Cola into the computer that's keeping APOC alive. But on your end, you gotta watch APOC die.
God damn you, Cypher.
Says Liam Neeson.
Says Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he's angry that Cypher stole his last RC Cola. He storms off deeper into the Nebuchadnezzar.
God damn you, Cypher.
I will find you.
I'll find you. I'm very angry with you. Cypher pours a delicious, refreshing RC Cola into APOC's science hole, and he dies.
In the Matrix, a super well-dressed APOC just like explodes, and gore totally plasters the entire room. Like Switch is like spitting out chunks of liquefied organs. Not like this, she says in one of her 3 lines.
Cypher pushes the computer that's powering her internet production into a bathtub. She collapses.
All of Switch's limbs fall off like a crash test dummy.
And start crawling around of their own volition.
Oh, bollocks, says her hand.
And just Cypher climbs atop beautiful Keanu Reeves.
Trinity, I really had the hots for you, he says, as he mounts Neo. And I understand through subtext that you have the hots for Neo, but I guess maybe you were wrong, because I'm just gonna go ahead and kill He really drags it out, and suddenly, a burnt up weapon of war, the tank, creaks from behind him. You ain't doing nothing, motherfucker.
Shoots him with his main cannon.
Yeah, in slow motion, the artillery shell smashes into Cypher's spine and carries him over the portable bathtub, past the refrigerator full of RC Colas, and out the front door of the Nebuchadnezzar to explode in the vacuum of space.
Well, I'll get you next time, Nebuchadnezzar!
Cypher's
Tank.
dick falls to the ground, and bear in mind scoops it up.
Ah, yes. Remember me?
Another one from my collection.
Tank pulls Trinity and Neo back into the lunatic palaver.
Trinity puts an arm against the mourning and steaming Tank. Hey, Tank's a lot. Smash cut.
They've got Morpheus.
Smash cut to the same place and in fact the same scene.
They've got Morpheus. We have to go get him. The agents have him, and I think because the Oracle told me I wasn't the one, I think I can go and kill a load of agents.
Seems too dangerous, says Tank.
No, I think we should do it. Fuck you.
All right. But listen, if you're going in on a suicide mission, Trinity claps Neo on his weak and muscleless shoulder. Ow! Then you're going to need some backup. And I know how to back that thing up.
They share. She looks longingly into Neo's eyes. He stares back at her with complete confusion as to what she's talking about.
A question mark appears over his head. That song and phrase haven't even become a thing yet.
What are you gonna back up? You mean like a van?
Everyone looks sadly at Dozer. Smash cut. 2. Another interrogation office. This one has a beautiful view of the city with huge panel windows looking out onto probably Los Angeles now. It's too sunny to be Chicago.
I think it's Sydney.
Oh, yeah, definitely Sydney because that's where they filmed it. But
Yeah. Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay.
this is for when you gotta interrogate a woke person in the Matrix. You can't just take them out to the park.
You can't just do them, like, down at the I was going to say the 24/7, but that's not what it's called. It's the 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
24/7 is a very different shop.
Ooh, I learned that in Australia, Burger King is called Hungry Jack's.
It is, yeah.
Is that because Australia's like, we are so against being ruled
The
that
idea of a monarch.
we won't bend the knee to the Burger King?
That's true, yeah. I mean, like, they still have the Queen over there, but they call her Hungry Jane. She's on all the money.
Now, I thought Hungry Jane was an urban legend about a woman who visits you in the night and eats your fingernails.
No, that was your parents clipping your fingernails while you were asleep, I'm afraid.
That's the only way they could do it without me thrashing.
The nail fairy has come. The tooth fairy's somehow less pleasant sister, the nail fairy.
The nail man rings once.
The nail man, I've come with my curved scissors to pluck the talons from your children.
One of the Matrix's glitch programs, the nail man, shuffles off into the shadows as Agent Smith walks into the interrogation room. He looks over to his left and sees Lawrence Fishburne totally tied up from the thighs up. He hooks him up to a polygraph machine, gives him a polyjuice potion. Now, Mr. Morpheus, you are going to give me the access codes to all your friends' favorite ships. And if you don't, I'm going to make you uncomfortable in unfathomable ways.
Morpheus he looks like he's put on a fur coat in a sauna. He looks monumentally unwell. He is pulling a whitey. He looks like he's about to die. he says.
I'll interpret those mumbles as resistance. So please, let me, a computer program, tell you a little bit about my feelings. I feel like humans are a virus. I've noticed that you just consume everything around you, and I'm not into it. So, you stink. I'm a computer program, and I can still smell how much you stink. You specifically, Morpheus, do you not have any deodorant you could spawn in before you put on your all-leather attire and run around?
In what is clearly summer.
So anyway, I guess in summation, I hate being alive. I'm a suicidal computer program, and I want it to end. The only way, apparently, I can achieve that is by, I don't know, killing all humans? You'd think I'd find a way. Okay, you go. He hits the speak button.
Smash cut to The White Space.
Oh, yeah.
Not starring Lawrence Fishburne, starring Trinity and Neo.
If you are into like organization and container store type shit, this is the space for you. Because just like rows and rows and rows of endless like train car like moving shelves just zap past Neo and Trinity, and they're all like covered in perfectly organized weapons of destruction.
How tasteful.
Yeah.
They're going to need a lot of guns to do a great deal of murder in the upcoming infamous lobby scene.
Yeah. Was this before the school shooting at Columbine?
I don't know.
I know, that was in the
And
U.S.
there's a lot of crossover, isn't there?
Yeah, like they wear trench coats, and those kids that did it called themselves the Trench Coat Mafia and would wear trench coats around.
Well, thanks for bringing that energy to this comedy podcast.
Well, I just want to point out how like history changes the perspective of these films. Like at the end of Fight Club,
Yeah.
Fight Club spoilers. At the end of Fight Club, when like Edward Norton and co blow up all these corporate office buildings, and you see all these like skyscrapers falling. Like back when that came out, it was like, yeah, man, yeah, really stick it to the capitalists. But now it's like that's not cool.
That's not cool, Edward Norton.
It's too soon.
Well, anyway.
Anywho, yeah, there they are wearing their pretty trench coats and loading up on guns.
They murder... Okay, you know what? If we are going to take this serious, they murder a lot of innocent men in the next scene. There are a bunch of guys. One of them's reading the paper, and they're like, hey, please put any metal items in. Oh, holy shit! Bruh, 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 bruh. They murder these normal guys who just have, like, little guns, and then some other men arrive with helmets and body armor and big guns, and they say, please! And then they murder all of those men as well. And the deal is they murder them because they might become agents. But... it's like, oh, it's super cool. We're really cool motherfucking cyberpunks. We're going to do some backflips and be upside down. And it's just killing.
Yes, it is.
And I only realised this recently.
I would like to see like that scene cutting back and forth between there and the giant human battery orchards, and you just see all the men who they're killing, like their little withered bodies, like gasping, and then the lights going out and them getting flushed, and all the machines that are responsible for keeping the humans alive are just like flipping out, and
Papa, will the crop of humans feed us this year?
Oh, it is the blight. This happens once every 100 years when a Neo is born.
Terribly so. We have a Keanu Reeves, I'm afraid.
Then back in the Matrix, you see like a score, like a body count tally that's up in the upper right-hand corner, which keeps on going up. Anyway, needless to say, our attractive-looking heroes make bloodshed look cool. Mm-hmm. Pillars collapse. Men are slain. They get in the lift or the elevator, depending on where you're from.
Yeah, the up box, I suppose we'd call it. In Australia, they call it.
Is that a new box?
Oh, cool. I can't handle the speeds of the up boxes. I'm going to use the vertical floor, or as you'd call it, stairs. They then fucking blow up the lobby for good measure.
Just in case there were any survivors. They stick a bomb on the elevator. They crawl out the little hatch. You know, thank God for movies, because they've taught us all that if you're in trouble, you can open the little door in the roof of the elevator and climb out and like shimmy up that cable. They shimmy up, they shoot the cable, and the bomb drops as they ascend, Batman style, upward. The bomb hits the floor of the lobby, and the lobby, for no reason, is bathed in liquid flame.
Just hated that lobby.
Smash cut. And it is actually in the film a smash cut to the roof where they go up in the elevator and then they're just kicking the shit out of three guys. There's no introduction. It just happens. They are duking it out with some more security guards atop the roof.
Yeah, and there's a sweet and convenient helicopter up there.
With a minigun, which is a misleading name because it's very big.
Yeah. You know, I would like it if there was like a preamble to this scene where they called the helicopter pilot and they're like, hey, man, we'll give you $20,000 if you land a helicopter on top of the roof of this building. He's like, well, I'm a SWAT team member. I can't be bought. And they're like, $1 million. And he's like, all right. And he's just a regular Joe who thinks that he's like winning the payday. And then they show up and they just gank him.
Oh, no.
Because in the Matrix, money is just, you know, bitcoins.
Well, isn't that... I mean, it makes you think, doesn't it, man?
No.
Okay. He turns into an agent.
Who does?
The helicopter pilot.
Oh, my God. It's not the good agent, though.
No, it's one of the lesser agents.
It's like stuntman agent.
It's like Brown. Agent Brown, and I don't know the name of the third one.
Hi, I'm Agent Brown. Neo, Trinity, you've done quite enough mischief for one day. I'm gonna shoot you.
And he pulls out his big Desert Eagle and goes,
Bram, 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 bram.
Neo, seeing the bullets fly at him, does what any of us would do. Bends over backwards.
He does a limbo.
Yes, exactly. He does the bullet limbo. And, you know, to his credit, he dodges most of them. In bullet time, which was a thing created for the Matrix.
He only gets shot twice.
Yeah, he gets some lead in the leg. Oof. And otherwise it's totally fine. Now the agent, feeling a little bit cocky, does a soft step over to Neo. He throws his thin cane and straw boater hat to the side. And he says, if you like that song and dance, you're going to love the finishing number.
And then the camera shows that Trinity was behind him all along. And she says the iconic line, I'm gonna shoot you in the back of the head really quickly because I'm close. And she does.
Yeah, good aim. Good aim, mate.
Says a passing Australian. Strafe. Top aim, mate. Bonza.
Just a regular Australian criminal is having a fight with other agents on the roof across the way.
For an unrelated reason.
All right. We have about 30 seconds before they spawn into another human being, and we do this all over again. So let's hop in this whirly-bird and save us a Morpheus.
Sounds good.
Smash cut. The interrogation chamber. Agent Smith is rubbing his fingers all over Morpheus's oily head.
Licking his ear and forehead. Getting all in those pores.
A bird that's
disgusting.
flying around in the chamber drops dead from the heat and humidity.
just around Morpheus. That Morpheus is generating. I'm going to get the codes out of you unless someone pilots a big helicopter and shoots me with a big gun.
Uh-oh. Looks like the prophecy that the Oracle told to Agent Smith came true, because Suddenly, a helicopter rolls up next to the drive-through window of that office building and just like irresponsibly starts shooting its minigun into the room.
Everywhere. Just like it's like the fill tool in paint, but for a gun.
Absolutely. And they have total faith that they are not going to hit Morpheus. The only one who cannot dodge their bullets.
They shoot and kill Morpheus.
Morpheus, wiggles his chair sideways. One of the millions of bullets twangs off of his rope bonds, and he hulks out of his chair. Like really hamming it up. Mm-hmm. Neo and Trinity look at each other kind of like, really?
Jeez, come on. It can't be that bad. He runs to leap out of the helicopter, but what's this? 3 agents have reappeared in the bodies of some cleaning staff.
Oh no, all the agents jump and grab onto one of Morpheus's legs. He does kind of a potato sack race deal, and he's just dragging all 3 of them. He's just like step drag.
Stop running, Mr.
Agent
Morpheus.
Brown.
Please stop more.
Agent Brown clamps his beautifully veneered teeth on Morpheus's ankle. Ah! He roars.
The 3rd agent tries to tie Morpheus's shoelaces together, but it doesn't work because he keeps moving his feet.
Agent Smith is stuffing lit matches into the side of the ankle of the shoe.
Agent Brown gives up and starts doing an Indian burn.
It's not working.
He's getting to the helicopter. He
Morpheus.
jumps.
That's right, he does. Does he make it?
He doesn't make it.
Oh shit, just as he's about to go midway through, physics catches up with him and Morpheus falls down to the street. But fortunately, this is the Matrix. He smooshes down into that soft and spongy road, just like a Casper mattress, and springs back up and falls from 8 feet, just breaking his nose and some ribs. Oof. Trinity, lower the umbilicus. They throw a slimy biomechanical cord down, and Morpheus grabs onto it. They pull him up, and a stunt spectacular ensues, where Morpheus is dangling from the helicopter as it flees.
And Morpheus rolls onto a rooftop, and then Neo jumps out and lands on a rooftop. But he's still tied onto the helicopter. But then the helicopter crashes because one of the agents shoots it. And then the helicopter swings down into a building. And it's like, is Trinity dead? No, she's still hanging onto the rope. And the building goes... And then Trinity just sort of goes like, bunk, bunk, against the window. And then that's when we knew he was the one.
Wow, so succinct.
Are you like just is the sort of patented Grant Howitt actions format working for you?
Yeah, it is.
Cool. Okay, yeah, because
I'm getting off on it.
Because that's most of the rest of the film.
Okay.
It's time to go back home. Everyone's really sleepy and needs to go back home, especially Morpheus.
Yeah, he's the Dream Lord. Neil Gaiman looks at Morpheus appraisingly. He nods his head. Very good.
This is what Neil Gaiman sounds like. Very good. I'm happy.
That one. Bring me that one.
I'm going to draw some pictures of him in my comic book. Smash cut to a subway station.
Woot woot.
Morpheus.
An owl flies out of the subway station.
These goddamn owls in my subway station. Get out of here, you crazy owl.
Morpheus and Trinity jump on a conference call for the payphone inside the subway station, and they are pulled out by Smoking Tank, who is there back on the Nebuchadnezzar. Neo is just about to pick up that receiver again when he feels a tumbleweed whistle past his leg. We see the demonic Agent Smythe appear from a cloud of sulfur. Go.
I've come to claim your soul, Mr. Anderson.
Well, there's only one thing that I can do. Neo pulls out a fiddle. I challenge you to a fiddling competition.
I always knew it would end like this.
Agent Smith pulls out another fiddle.
And they devil went down to Georgia at each other as hard as they can.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy. Neo's fiddling and like he's going so fast his arm looks blurry, and Agent Smith is like and like this strings are red hot with fire, and it's a draw.
Yeah, the old country and western judges smash down their gavels and they say, "We do declare you're both equally talented at fiddling." Agent Smith reaches out to shake Neo's hand. Neo grabs it and swings him over and onto the subway tunnel. Agent Smith is smashed by a subway car.
Thanks, Board of Country Judges.
Not a problem, Neo. Anytime you want help in a duplicity, we'll be here.
Oh no! The third country judge, Stumpy, suddenly screams a digital howl of pain and becomes another Agent Smith.
Time to go.
Time to fly, says the Penguin from Batman Returns.
Neo grabs hold of him as he flies away.
Whack, whack, whack. They use the mechanical umbrella helicopter and fly out of the subway station.
Towards the nearest phone, which is a little bit away. Neo runs to a load of different buildings where there are a load of different agents. One of them throws a knife at him. It goes into the door. It looks like things are pretty bad for our hero.
At least out in the real world, everything's fine, right?
Yeah, everything.
Flash cut to the Nebuchadnezzar. A tank points its turret at the cyber screen, and it shows a flood of deadly squiddies all humping the outside of their hovercraft.
I really wish we'd named them something more threatening.
I've got this EMP grenade, which I stole from Return of the Jedi. And
cool.
It's the only way to kill the squiddies, but if I turn it on while Neo's still playing his video game, he's gonna lose all his saves.
Listen, Trinity, you have to tell him that you want to kiss him. I think that'll help.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this like some sort of perverse joke? Morpheus stifles a laugh.
And then like slap me real hard in the face.
Oh boy. In the Matrix, Neo falls down sideways and breathes his last. His pupils turn gray, and one of the agents approaches him, needing to cut out the heart before he turns into one of the White Walkers. Meanwhile, back on the Nebuchadnezzar Bridge, Trinity just stuffs her tongue into Neo's esophagus.
Limp, unmoving esophagus. Completely emotionless.
With
Neo,
a deep
you
sucking
can't die.
sound, she pulls herself loose.
Neo, you can't die because you see, I love you.
Whoa.
The power of love.
Yeah, those magic words. All of a sudden, Neo's bestial exterior begins to fade, and we see the handsome prince underneath that he was all along. Tale as old as time. Now get up.
Even friends.
Neo, carried on the beautiful melodies of a Disney animated feature, stands up. He grabs the onyx knife blade that Agent Brown was going to pierce him with and stuffs it back into Brown's jugular.
Ah! Oh no, my blood! That needs to be in, not out.
Brown deflates like a balloon. Agent Smith pulls out all of the guns and shoots every bullet available. But Neo he holds out a palm and he goes, "Come on, you guys.
Hey, chill.
Aren't we better than this?" The agents kind of squint and look to the side, questioning their own character.
Maybe we are better than this. Because you see, I love you, Mr. Anderson.
Oh no, those words coming from an agent kill Neo. He falls down dead.
It's the anti-Trinity.
Morpheus gasps, "Trinity, it didn't take. Do it again." Trinity.
I love you, Neo.
Neo shrieks, clutches his chest, and sits back up again.
What goes on is a roughly half-hour scene of the agent and Trinity telling Neo that they love him, killing him,
tennis
bringing
volley.
him back to life, until eventually Neo manages to jump inside Agent Smith's mouth, probably while he was trying to kiss him.
The truest expression of love.
Climbing
To go
inside someone.
be inside another human.
In that way, and he does a bit of a wobble and a bit of a jiggle, and his skin gets all bumpy, and then he explodes.
Oh, body horror.
Leaving a beautiful bullet hole-less Neo doing a big muscle man pose.
Yeah.
And the world around him goes.
The world bevels based on his magnetic field. The other agents look at each other comically. They shrug and drop their pistols and then scamper down the stairs. No!
No!
Neo,
Like team agents blasting off again.
Neo reaches into his pocket and pulls out the last bite of a cookie. He pops it into his mouth and swallows it. Huh. I guess she was right. Flash cut. The Squiddies are ripping open the Nebuchadnezzar. Everyone screams. Trinity detonates the EMP bomb, and the Squiddies give up the ghost. The Nebuchadnezzar goes dark, and everyone's in rapt anticipation. Neo opens his eyes. What happened to the lights? Everyone laughs good-naturedly and claps him on the shoulder.
And the action freezes as the credits begin to roll.
We hear, "Don't you forget about me."
Don't you forget about me.
Post-credits.
Post-credits scene.
Neo and the whole gang are enjoying shawarma, totally tired out. Suddenly, Neo gets a phone call on his gun phone. He pulls it out. This is the Matrix, returning a call from Neo. I think you had something you wanted to say to me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I wanted to deliver a vague but threatening message. I'm gonna tell everyone what you did here, and how you react to that is up to you. Now I'm Superman.
And he flies into the sky.
Whoa!
Rage Against the Machine plays. Dun, 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 dun. And we get the actual credits this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Muffed Movies. Woo! Grant,
Hello.
you and I have never muffed a movie together, but that was pretty good time. That was only like 4.5 hours of muffing.
That was let's say 3 1/4. Actually.
Yeah, I know.
Muffin,
I
pretty
was
solid.
being hyperbolic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm in a hyperbolic chamber, as you know.
I see. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I am as tired as Morpheus was. In
Yeah,
that
I could see it in your eyes. You were beginning to pull a whitey, as I think you said earlier, which is a new phrase to me. Pulling a whitey.
Means when you smoke too much marijuana
Pot.
and your skin goes all white. Yes, pot. And your skin goes all white. So yes, I am cooking like a Morpheus in this hot little room.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what the temperature is outside. If you podcast, you're going to sweat.
I am.
Grant, do you have anything you'd like to plug for our internet audience?
Do. Yes, if you've enjoyed this podcast, if you've enjoyed the me bit of this podcast, then you can go to Hearty Dice Friends. Yeah, that's it. SoundCloud.com/Hearty Dice Friends, I believe. Or search for us on podcast catcher, and you can listen to us. That's me and my friend Chris. We do games design and we do games, role-playing games advice. We tell a lot of jokes about dicks because I think that's really funny.
I think that's the connective tissue between both of our shows.
The dick,
Yeah.
the banjo string on the end. It's connective tissue.
What's the banjo string?
It's the bit that connects the shaft to the foreskin. You can snap it.
Oh, weird. Wait, you can snap it?
Yeah, you can snap a banjo string. It's horrible.
Oh, I know you can snap a banjo
blood
string.
everywhere. No, you can snap. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow,
it's gross.
you are teaching me all sorts of new things about
I
biology.
can show you the world
You're a worldly man, Grant Howitt.
Yeah, I'm a man of the world. Also, if you like role-playing games, you should go to rowanrookanddeckard.com. That's DECARD. And that's kind of our proper website where we have all the proper professional stuff, and you can buy our games through there, including Strata, a new sourcebook for Spire, which is a cool and edgy game about overthrowing a government, but you're an elf, so it's fine.
So it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. So go check that out. Get Strata. Rock the Casbah. And Grant, where can they find you on social medias?
Oh, yeah. So basically everywhere I'm GS Howitt, GSHOWITT, especially on Twitter. I post a lot of pictures of myself and models I've made and lefty jokes. That's about, if you like that, come hang out. It'd be nice.
For a minute, I thought the lefty jokes were like you were left-handed and you do like specific jokes about that.
It's
like,
a very niche marker.
Where's all the southpaws out there?
Oh, anyone else struggle to open cans? Am I right?
Yeah. Thank you so much for being on the show. If y'all like this show, please subscribe to Blastropodcast, our parent podcast. If you want to find me on Twitter as Blastropodcast, I am also a coder and web developer. So if you need some freelance work done, just email blastropodcast@gmail.com. That's it, Grant.
Well, goodbye. I think the real spoon was inside us all along.
Yeah.
And now I have to go take it out.
All right.